What is going on, guys? We're back at it. We are Clutch Society. We got the injectors to test out, the compression to test out, and the ignition, the spark to the ignition or the injectors. So right now we are in our basement. Right now we got the spark plug or the injectors that we're going to try to clean out and test which ones are going to be working and which ones we're going to be putting into the car, because in the last video we said that we had a misfire. So can you explain how this works?
So we got the injectors out of the donor car, so we're going to clean them out. We got this little injector cleaning tool out of Amazon. I think it was about 25 bucks.
Yeah, something like that.
So for this to work, you gotta connect it to a battery or a 12 volt power source. And the best way to do it is you cut off, or you have an extra little connector that connects into the injectors. You connect it to the little tool here. Connect both of them. You set your mode. In order to set the mode, if you want to move it, you'd have to disconnect it and connect it again. You're at 0. So 1 is a short little 1 pulse, then 2 is a little bit longer pulse, then 3 is long, and then 4 is continuous. We're going to use 4 throughout this whole experiment just to see the spray pattern, how it's going to be changing. In order to see the spray pattern, you need to have the injector cleaner pressurized. So they come with this little tool that the injector goes in here with the O-ring. You got the O-rings right here. You just push it in. You hold it in hard because the pressure it builds is pretty strong. You'll see that in a minute. It'll probably burst out a little bit. And then you just buy a carb cleaner or whatever type of cleaner you want to buy, and you take the cap off, and then you press. Yeah. Okay. So you'll see that. Right now it builds so much pressure because there's nothing releasing it. But once it's on, you'll see the spray pattern on it.
Try to get this set up again, and we'll try to clean these all out.
Alright guys, so we figured this out. We actually had to get a hose clamped on that fits really snugged in there. And I'm just holding the hose down because we got a clamp here. But in order for the liquid to get to here, we have to have this upright. So basically we have to do this in order for the liquid to go, because we were trying doing this, no liquid was coming out. I tried that, no liquid was coming out. So I think this injector's finally clean. We'll try it one more time, and that's a good spray pattern right there, consistent and pretty wide. So this injector's clean and it works. So Jimmy's gonna take care of the on and off of the injectors while I hold this and pressurize the injector cleaner into it. Alright.
This is number 3.
And go.
And you can see on this one, oh, sad about a connection. But you can see on this one how the spray pattern is also wide and it's consistent. It might be a little dirty, but this is what the carb cleaner is for, to clean them out. So we cleaned out the pan to make sure that we're cleaning each individual one. So we'll start doing that.
We'll see how much dirt was inside of each one. Well, now we're 3 down, but we only have 2 left. But we'll see what these 2 have in there.
Number 4. You can see this one is getting dirty. Oh man. Yeah, that one was definitely dirty. So this is the last one, the one that we told you did not work.
This is how we know it doesn't work.
So it's plugged in. You heard the other ones.
And it's at 4. And it works.
So what we were assuming is that these connectors, hopefully you guys can see, but they're really rusted and corroded. So we're gonna have to get new connectors for it.
Okay guys, so we took off the hose on this, and this is the actual OEM from the factory injector. You can tell because they have these grooves right here, and that's where the hose goes. And these are aftermarket ones that they probably changed them out throughout the car's life, I'm sorry. And these actually have the O-ring. They need the O-ring, but they just connected it. Try and clean this one out because it sounds a little bit rougher. Now that we tried it, here you can hear the difference. So I'm thinking this has a lot more pressure to it. So we'll try that out right now. And now we're gonna spray it out.
Yeah, we thought it did not work.
I guess we have the wrong connection on it.
I guess so. Yeah, that's what we mean by corroded and worn out connections. So that's why we're gonna have to get new ones.
So if you can see this, you can still see it spitting out a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see it spitting out a little bit. So it's still dirty. So the right way to clean these injectors is doing this for about 10 to 15 minutes to make sure everything is out of there. But if you do want to clean out your injectors, I suggest this is a quick little clean. Get this little tool from Amazon. It's quick and easy. But there's other tools. There's a $500 tool that you literally just put in the injectors and let it run. But this is enough for what we want right now.
Now we got a big mess over here.
All right, guys, so we're gonna check spark, we're gonna check compression, we're gonna check make sure the injectors are getting voltage, and we're gonna check to make sure all the injectors are working. Either way, we're gonna take out the injectors and make sure the spray pattern is good on them as well. If any of them are bad or it's really hard to clean, we'll just switch them out with the donor ones. Okay, guys, so in order for us to check the spark, we have to take off fuel pump relay so the car won't start up. It's pretty easy on this car to check spark. We just have to take each wire out, connect the tester to the wire, and then connect the other end to the spark plug. All we need to do is Jimmy's gonna go inside and crank the car up, and while the car is cranking up, we should see this little light blink. All right, guys, so as you can see, we have spark on this first cylinder. So that's the process of checking spark. We're just gonna go ahead and do all of them to check it, and we'll see if we have spark in all of them. All right. What happened? It's got spark. I was holding it. Alright? Yeah. So, dale. Alright. This got spark. Dale. Never mind.
So in order to do the compression test, we're gonna have to take out each spark plug to put this tool that we got right here. We got it off of Amazon as well. And there's certain threads that have to go into the compression or into the block to get the compression. He'll start taking off each spark plug, and we will get to each compression test for each cylinder.
Okay, guys, so we have it around 160 right here. So that's pretty good compression. There's actually really good compression on it. So that's what we're gonna do to all of them. Check to see if they all have the compression pretty much the same.
So we got the compression done. Each cylinder was about around 150 to 160. Really good compression. So we got a healthy engine, and we got spark for the wires to these spark plugs. So now we got to check all the injectors from this car, because we checked the injectors from the donor car. We're gonna have to take each one of them off, test them out, and if we got to replace them, we'll replace them with the donor ones, because we know those are cleaned out and we know that those are good. On another note, we have to check the voltage on each connector to make sure that there's current going to each injector.
Basically what we're gonna do is take off each injector, connect these ends right here. Then Jimmy's gonna turn on the switch, and we should be getting at least 12 volts, maybe 11 something, to the injectors.
So right here we started having a couple of issues with the meter. We had it on the wrong setting. We had it at 12 volts. We needed to have it at 9 volts. So we're just struggling right here, just trying to find out what's going on. But we also forgot to record the rest of the volt meters, and so I don't have any footage of that. But we did get voltage on all the spark plugs, but we still do need to change out the connectors. But we got, like I said, we got voltage on all of them, and they all were good.
Okay guys, so now we checked the voltage. They're all getting voltage to the injectors. Now we're gonna check the injector itself and see if it turns on and off how we need it to. So we got our little tool out here. We connected it to the battery. We're gonna have it on mode 2, and we're just gonna connect each injector to the connection. So here, connect it here, and wait, no, yeah, we're good. Connect it right here, and then we're gonna try and pulse it and see if you can hear the sound of the injector. So we can't hear anything on this one. We tested all of them out, and these first 3 are good. They all work. And the 3 in the front are the ones that don't work. And this is how we checked them. So we connected it on, and then we just pulse it, and you can hear that. On the injectors that work, you'll be able to hear that. So we've got good injectors on these 3, bad injectors on the front.
So now also that we're gonna do, we came back from a little break, like I said, and we're gonna try to change out every injector, and we're just gonna go ahead and put the clean ones that we had cleaned out from downstairs, and we'll eventually get the new connectors for them.
Este no tiene. No tiene. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, este son 12. So we changed out all the injectors. If you can see that, we cleaned them out and changed all of them just to make sure that we're gonna have good spray on all of them, and they all work. So right now we're in the process of putting everything back together, and after that we're gonna check and see how it runs.
And we finally got everything back installed, and all the injectors are all changed out. We plugged everything back in, all the vacuum lines and everything. So this is the first start with good injectors, good connections, and good compression. So here we go. What do you think?
I think it feels way better. All right, guys. So there you have it. We did the spark test. We did the compression test. We checked the injectors, and 3 injectors were bad. So we were really running on 3 cylinders on this car. That's why it was sounding so rough.
Basically half a motor.
Yeah, the back half of the
yeah.
motor. Actually, the 3 injectors that were bad were actually factory inject, like OEM factory injectors.
Like the hoses were never changed or anything.
No.
Or could be changed.
So those were like 40 years old. So
now we know that we have a healthy engine, and we have current to all the injectors, and we got fuel going into the car, and we got a good spark on each cylinder. So we know that the engine basically is good now.
yeah.
We
So
did an oil change, and we did the fuel filter. So now basically everything else is going to be revolved around the transmission, the suspension.
What else?
I guess any kind of cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, it's just the cosmetics.
Other than that, we have a good running car now. We'll have to get new tires for it.
Yeah. We're gonna go with the original rims for now, wheels and tires. We're just gonna have a drivable car. Once it's a drivable car, then we'll start doing all the modifications to it, like interior, changing out the seats, reupholstering the back, changing out to wheels. We still don't know what wheels. We don't know if we want to go wider or just stance.
You guys will see the whole journey of this car, and hopefully you guys will stay with us through it all. Also, I want to mention that I have a video that we never posted, and we're probably going to go ahead and post that maybe next week or something, but we just got an extra video laying around.
We have one for the brakes that we never posted. We actually bled the brakes and drove it. It was a first drive.
You guys might be asking why are we working on the other car, but it's actually we just changed all this stuff, but we'll show you that video as well.
All right.
So that's gonna be it for this video, and
Yep.
we'll see you guys pretty soon, hopefully.
Yep. Soon. We'll figure out what's next on it. We kind of have an idea, but we still don't know what way we're gonna go.
It'll be a surprise, hopefully.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
See you guys.
Catch you on the next one, guys. That's a wrap, man. Hell yeah.
I like it. I like it.